That was the first time I live streamed a NASCAR race. Watch it. Not NASCAR, don't kill me. I didn't live stream the NASCAR race. Please don't come after me. No, I didn't do that. I live streamed a watch along. I was playing some golf and F1 Manager, okay? And we were all watching the race. I watched it legally on my computer using the Fox Sports website, and I signed it to my TV provider. I did not live stream the race. Don't kill me. Thank you. Just want to point that out. Okay. But we did watch the race today. NASCAR Dover. You guys skipped school, skipped work. Some of you watched at work. Some of you, including you, Cabbage, from the live stream, you watched it while you were in math class and your teacher got suspicious of you. I hope you didn't die, and I hope you're okay. But we have a race to review, and I'll tell you guys right now, I thought it was a good race. I thought maybe it's because I was live streaming it and I was talking to the community and everything, but overall, I thought it was a good race. The middle of the race, a little bit boring, as usual. It's a NASCAR race. We get used to that. But I thought it was solid. Definitely some drama. We'll talk about that. I think Ross Chastain was one of the main storylines of the race. And you know, yeah, a lot of storylines. Really. Also, actually, we'll talk about that when the race results. I don't want to get too far ahead. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to all the Patreon members. As always, for supporting the channel. You guys are the best. Thank you guys, as always, for supporting. Seriously, you are why I am able to do this, you know, as full-time as I want to. I'm going to try to, and we're doing live streaming as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy the live streams, and try to tune in. The live streams are not really scheduled. We don't know when we'll be doing them. But just turn the notifications on if you are subscribed. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, then turn notifications on. Or follow me on Twitter and turn notifications on there, because when I do go live, I will let you guys know on Twitter, and you will also get the notification here on YouTube. And make sure you guys subscribe if you are new to the channel, because we're trying to reach 100,000 subscribers. Now, let's get into it. Dover. So really interesting race because of the rain delay. It's now in the afternoon, Monday afternoon, 59 degrees, a little bit cloudy, a little bit sunny, and, you know, good racing conditions, basically. And first off, let's, I guess, talk about the pole sitter, Kyle Busch, because this is something I was mentioning in the community during the live stream, and I was talking to them. Kyle Busch leading the race, you know, leads up to the competition caution. Everyone comes down pit road early on, very early on in the race. Kyle Busch gets a speeding penalty. He's had a lot of speeding penalties this season. But I was just thinking about this because Kyle Busch had the #1 pit stall, and the #1 pit stall at Dover is really like a big deal. Like you can definitely make up or gain a lot of spots or even save some spots if you have a bad pit stop via the #1 pit stall. And we all know how the drivers go down pit road, right? Like you will always maximize as much as you can. So on the dash, if you don't know this, on the dash when going down pit road, you have the lights, okay? So you don't have a speedometer, you just have your tachometer, you have a certain RPM you have to set, you have all green lights, and drivers will set this on the one lap they go down pit road during the pace laps, right? Basically, all drivers will try to maximize those green lights, or even set it to a point where you could go like 1 or 2 into the red, and you know that that's kind of like the limit. So then you set it 1 to 2 in the red, and then you stay green to be a little bit below. Some drivers do that as well. But you're always trying to like maximize your speed. And this was my thinking on this. I mean, like for the first pit stop of the day, you can actually get the reading. The team will get the reading from NASCAR and the sheets of the speeds you were going in each sector. And you can kind of be safe and conservative on the first time down pit road to know exactly where you are when you get those data sheets and see the data and be basically safe. You have the first pit stall. I don't understand why Kyle Busch was pushing it. I just don't. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he didn't have full green lights. Maybe he was trying to be conservative. But you have the first pit stall. The first pit stall gains you time. No, he won the race off pit road by a good 7 car lengths, I think it was. He didn't need the speed. He didn't even need to be close to speed. He didn't need to even maximize going down pit road, and that completely ruined his day because then he gets involved in a crash in the back of the pack and with Ty Dillon and BJ McLeod and Daniel Suarez, who caused it. He kind of got up in the wall. Kyle Busch then got into the back of Ty Dillon, busted up his front splitter, and that was basically his day over. All because of a speeding penalty that you just didn't need to do. You have the first pit stall. Like, I personally, in my opinion, that was a really big mistake on Kyle Busch's part. This guy's an absolute veteran. I just don't understand. Maybe he'll come out and say it. Like, was he pushing full green lights on the dash? Did he think he was being conservative? When you have that first pit stall, I just don't think it's necessary. But that's just me. Like, even on iRacing, I'll lose probably like half a car length going down pit lane just because I don't want to get a speeding penalty. Like, and other people push it a little bit further. It's just, that's my thing. I don't like pushing it as much because I think speeding penalties are detrimental. So that completely ruined Kyle Busch's day. And I thought he was my pick. He was my pick to win the race. He led all the first 20 laps. Clean air meant a lot, but as soon as that happened, day was over. And then throughout the race, William Byron basically dominated the first half of the race. Really, really strong. Denny Hamlin, I thought, had a stronger car. Denny Hamlin, William Byron pulling away. Truex had a fast car. Larson had a fast car. They were trying to come up through the field. Joey Logano was having a nightmare. And a few other guys here and there. But those are kind of the main players. You were keeping an eye on the front two. You were keeping an eye on Truex because he looked pretty quick, and you were keeping an eye on Kyle Larson, especially Kyle Larson. They were the first long green flag run. Larson is, annihilating the leaders at this point. He was 7 seconds behind, and then within 6 laps, he was 5 seconds behind. I mean, this guy was 0.3 a lap faster on the long run. He was storming through the field. And then Ross Chastain did a Ross Chastain. Completely punted Brendan Poole out of the way and wrecked him. Kyle Larson, trying to avoid the wreck, just goes high, and Brendan Poole slides at the track because he's completely sideways, and Larson has nowhere to go and is collected in it, and that's his day over. Chastain comes on the radio. I didn't mean to do it. Damn it. Blah, 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 blah. And we were talking about this on the live stream, and I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. Obviously, it's Chastain's fault. Cool, we know that. Obviously, he apologizes, and he feels bad about it. Genuine. Okay, we got it. How many times have we seen this with Ross Chastain? It's becoming a... This is why he doesn't have any friends in the garage area. His own teammate is fighting with him sometimes. He's aggressive. Yes. He's fast. Yes. He's a really good driver. Yes. He belongs in the Cup Series. Yes. He was in the Final Four last season. Fantastic. Seriously, he's really good. I'm not like discrediting or saying like anything like negative or detrimental to him. He's a very good race car driver. He's very quick. He's aggressive. You have to be aggressive. And he's fast, and he's winning. He hasn't won in a year apparently, but he's doing really well for Trackhouse Racing. This has to stop. This whole I accidentally did this, I accidentally did that. It's better than doing it and then just ignoring like it ever happened and not taking responsibility. So that would be even worse. But this is becoming a thing, and that's why Larson, late in the race with 20 to go, was blocking him, trying to cost him the race. Because this is too much now. Seriously. Brendan Poole is in his first Cup start trying to do really well. He was racing for position a lap down, and he just gets completely dumped out of the way. Now, this is not the first time with Chastain, though. Like, oh, I didn't mean to do it. Okay, but stop making the mistakes. This has been 2 years now. It's just the constant mistakes. Like, it's too much. And this is why people in the garage area are just sick of him. They're sick because, yeah, he might apologize, but he keeps doing it. It's like, oh, I'm sorry for, not studying on this test and failing it. I'll do better on the next one. But then I don't study for the next test and I fail that one. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll do better on the next one. And then I don't study for that one and I fail it. Okay, I haven't studied for 3 tests in a row. I failed all 3. I apologize, right? And I say I'll do better. But I don't change anything to do better. So why, people are still going to be disappointed in you. That's the whole thing with Ross Chastain. You say you apologize. You say you're going to be better. You say you didn't mean it. You do the same thing. I mean, the guy just completely dumped Brendan Poole right out of the way. It made no sense. It literally made no sense. It was not necessary. It was not needed. It's like he just doesn't think when he's in the car. I don't understand. I really don't. He just literally ran into the back of him, punted it right out of the way, and that was it. And Larson gets destroyed because of it. So, I mean, this is why I keep saying Ross Chastain's not going to win a championship, because I think he's fast enough to win a championship. I think he does, he definitely can do it. But this was the same thing I was saying with Denny Hamlin a few years ago. I think Hamlin's learned from it. You can't create so many rivals and expect to win championships because they won't let you. It was the same thing I was saying with Joey Logano back in 2015 when he was going on that weird he was super fast, but he was pissing everyone off. Well, guess what? That's why Kenseth destroyed his bum. And then he didn't qualify for the final race. So you can't you can't be an idiot on the racetrack. And even though you're fast, you just have to play it smart. Logano in last season's championship run was excellent. Like literally no rivals, no drama, nothing. And he was able to win the championship because that's what you need to do. And what Ross Chastain's doing, seriously, he's making way too many enemies. But will it change? I don't think it will, because he keeps doing the same crap over and over and over. Like, at this point, I don't think it's going to change. So, do you guys think it's going to change? I don't think it's going to change. I mean, yeah, just, He's fast, he's aggressive, but damn, just keeps wrecking people. William Byron falls off. Truex finally gets track position. He gets up into the lead. Denny Hamlin kind of fell off too. So maybe the track was changing. Definitely the rubber and stuff obviously gets into the track. So Hamlin fell off a little bit. Byron really fell off, though. I know he ended up finishing 4th, but Byron really fell off. And I just wanted to really quickly touch on that because I thought those days were done, where he's so fast, he's leading, and then falls off out of nowhere, off a cliff, back to 10th place. That's what happened to William Byron. That was last season's William Byron. That was 2 seasons ago William Byron. Not this season William Byron. This season William Byron has been able to finish off races and dominate. But this one, nope, completely fell off again. That's the one thing I always watch on William Byron. Just keep up with the track, provide the right feedback, don't fall off towards the end of the race. Happened today. So not good for him. And then the end of the race was Truex and Chastain going 1v1, caution with Logano. I think blew a tire in the corner and hit the wall. And then it comes down to pit strategy. Truex takes 2. I thought it was a mistake. I was wrong. I completely thought it was a mistake. I thought as soon as they came off pit road, if Chastain restarted 2nd, I thought he would have won. But he got kind of unlucky. He ends up in 4th because the gaps between, there was a really long green flag run. 3rd place was like 10 seconds behind Ross Chastain and Truex, so the gap coming into pit road with all the lap cars in between, it was very large. So I thought you should definitely take 4 tires for like a 7 or 8 lap stint because you're going to restart in the top 3 or 4. Truex decided to take 2. He got lucky. Bell and Blaney also took 2 and just beat Chastain. I think if Chastain got 2nd, I don't think he would have been able to hold off, but Chastain got kind of blocked. And so once Truex got into the lead, he fought off Ryan Blaney. Really, really big key there to fight off Blaney. And then I was shocked with his speed. Like, I was completely wrong. I didn't know you can go that fast on 60-lap old left side tires. He ran his fastest lap of the race on 60-lap old left side tires. I just didn't know. I didn't know you could do that. Like, I genuinely had no idea. So shows a lot with the tire wear. I guess the left side tires don't mean crap. I genuinely was completely shocked. I was completely wrong. I was criticizing the move. I didn't believe it would work. I was like, why would they do that? That's why I'm not a crew chief. That is exactly why the crew chiefs get paid the big bucks. Great call, I guess. And Truex, great drive by him to just get everything out of that race car. And Ryan Blaney was, I think, 2 inches, like literally 2 inches away from winning this race. If he was just able to clear Truex in 3 and 4, he was so close to doing it, but he couldn't do it. And I think if Ryan Blaney got the clean air, he would have won. So it was really just a battle for the clean air there at the end. And then and that was the race. So Chastain finished the 2nd. Let's pull up the race results. Truex wins the race, first win in a pretty long time. So finally, Truex gets back into victory lane, and he definitely deserved it. He had to fight really hard to get his track position and get up to the front. So seriously, he definitely deserves it. Chastain was 2nd place. We've kind of talked about him. Ryan Blaney with one of his best runs of the season, completely carried the Penske group. Penske have been really, really poor recently. So Ryan Blaney trying to do their best for him. And seriously, that's a really good run for Ryan Blaney. Best run of the season, I think, for him. William Byron recovers to 4th place, which was really, really important, but he fell off. He led so many laps. He led a lot of laps, but unfortunate to lose out there. Denny Hamlin in 5th, fell off a little bit. Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Brad Keselowski, Chris Buescher, Josh Berry round out your top 10. I think the Gibbs cars were definitely the best. You kind of saw all 4 Gibbs cars, and we'll talk about the remaining Gibbs car that you don't see in the top 10, because we will talk about him in a second. Josh Berry, though, to finish in 10th, really good run for him. He's getting comfortable in those Hendrick cars. We don't know how much longer he'll be in for Alex Bowman, but good run for him. Chase Elliott finishes in 11th. He was really disappointing. Really bad. I don't know if it's because of the layoff. I don't know if it's because the team still has to get used to him since they were kind of used to a different driver, and now they have to get used to Elliott, but the speed in that car is not there. Gustin needs to get to work. Byron has the speed. Larson has the speed. Bowman, when he was in there, was pretty quick. Elliott does not have speed, so they need to figure that out. So a little bit of worrying sign for Elliott because Dover is a pretty good track for them. His 2 Hendrick teammates were good, so yeah, we don't really know what's going on there. Bubba Wallace started the back, kind of a rough day, but he ends up coming back to 12th, so decent day for him. Now 13th place, Ty Gibbs. That's what I want to talk about. That kid should have finished in the top 5. This was the best race I've seen from him. Best race. He was running top 10. Then he ran top 5. Was challenging for 3rd for a moment. His team didn't fill him up on fuel. They were 7 laps short on the final run. So the team didn't fill him up full with fuel. He got really bad luck, ended up going a lap down because of it, because he had to save 7 laps, which is genuinely impossible. So he had to lose all his track position, went a lap down, and was only able to get 13th. But 13th does not begin to explain Ty Gibbs and his performance today. Best performance he has had. So that's why results don't mean anything. You got to watch the race. You got to get the context in it, because Ty Gibbs has been finishing top 10 without running top 10. This one, he ran top 5. He deserved a top 5 finish, but he ends up finishing 13th just because of bad luck. Literally nothing to do with him. He's improving quicker than I thought. Genuinely, we're not even halfway through the season. We're barely, really into the season at all. Not even into the summer months. He's improving a lot quicker than I thought. I thought the entire season would be a struggle. He's getting there. I mean, a win is not out of the question. That's all I'm going to say. Like, later in the season, I wouldn't be surprised. So let's just see how he goes. We all know he has talent. It's just about how quickly will he learn. And today's performance opened my eyes. Seriously, that was very, very impressive from Ty Gibbs. Corey LaJoie, also a very impressive performance. Ran top 15 all day and ended up outrunning a lot of SHR, ended up outrunning Penske. He really did really well. So 14th place for him. Stenhouse in 15th. Eric Jones, Priest, Allmendinger, Harvick, and Burton round out your top 20. Kyle Busch in 21st. And then the rest of the results, you have to go all the way down to, where is it, 32nd. For Kyle Larson. I thought he might have had the fastest car on the field when he was rowing through the field. So tough for him. Logano had a miserable day as well. That is the race results. That is Dover. If I had to rate it, I thought it was one of the better races of the season. I did think it was one of the better races of the season. Clean air, a little bit of I didn't like how important it was, but it was a good race. Honestly, I give maybe like an 8 out of 10. I think it was a good race. I think honestly the cars have a little bit more horsepower. It'd actually be better, but we'll see. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully those of you that joined the live stream enjoyed it. If you want to watch back my live reactions, you can find it on the channel. I don't know exactly when it gets uploaded via YouTube, but it will get uploaded. Sky has just entered my room. There he is. He's making a cameo. There he is. What's up, Bubba? You want to say hi to everyone? Oh, he's looking at the camera. Oh, yeah. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Make sure you comment down below. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're not already. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.